of my Jig and I podcast, and wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having the most fabulous day. And if you're seeing this show for the very first time and you like the show, please subscribe, like, and share, and hit that notification bell so when an episode comes out, you will be the first to know. Also, too, wherever you get up into this video, please hit the like button because it really helps the channel. Thank you so much. Well, I am in my African attire, and you guys don't know, I have connections to Africa too, okay? My mom's husband, God bless his heart, he's passed away. He brought this dress, this beautiful dress from Africa for me, and I believe that was in 2012. So I've had this beautiful dress and I wear it for very special occasions. Let me just stand up so you guys can see it. This is what it looks like, and I wear it for very special occasions like today because I want to celebrate Africa for welcoming our Duchess and her husband to Africa. As Meghan said, thank you in the guest book at the defense headquarters. She said that thank you for welcoming her home. Okay, so I want to honor Africa today, the motherland, okay, for welcoming the Sussexes. So I'm wearing my African traditional clothes. I'm also wearing this necklace. I saw this necklace in a store a while and I really loved it because of all the colors, and it reminded me of traditional necklaces from Africa. My mom's husband also had brought me some necklaces. I don't know where they are, but I will look for them, okay? But I had this, I put this on, and also have this earring. This earring is made up of shells and it's blue, so I said, you know what, I could put this together, okay? And I always buy things not knowing when I'm going to use them, but if I see something that is really cute, I would buy it, and you know, look, I end up using it today. So in honor of Harry and Meghan on their Africa visit, I am dressed up today in my African traditional clothes, okay? Hope you guys like it. Anyways, can we just talk about how gracious the African people are and how they've been taking care of the Sussexes while they're in Africa. They were treated to such a beautiful welcome. I am telling you, you saw the traditional dancers, and Meghan and Harry got out of the vehicle, and that was the first video that we saw, and they were just really appreciated over there. And it's nice to see that Meghan going back to her homeland where her roots are, literally, that she's so appreciated there. It's just unfortunate that in Harry's country, the United Kingdom, she did not get the same reception. They were not nice to her, but there are other nations like Africa, the Caribbean, the United States, where we absolutely adore and love her, as well as Harry. So I was really so glued to the internet today, looking at what is going on and looking at all the beautiful videos of Harry and Meghan. Can we just talk about Meghan's dress first? Hello. I am telling you, Meghan, she really understands the assignment. She had this dress out on her, and she had, it was sort of like almost, I would say more like, I'm not too sure of exactly the color, but I'm going to say what I think I saw in terms of the color. It was sort of creamy, sort of like, it had a little hint of sort of like pink, or orange. It was a combination of that. I'm not too sure of the color exactly. You guys can put in the comments exactly what you think the color was. I haven't gone to the designer's website, but I think it looks exactly like the design that she wore from, I think it was in Miami, when she wore that halter dress. And I think it sort of looks similar with the clean lines and just very simple but very sophisticated, and it had a little hint of sexiness to it. So I think she's wearing that same designer in Africa on the first day, but it just went with her skin color. It was just absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness, my children are watching their basketball, and it's basketball season. It's the final. I'm very sorry. Yesterday my video was like that as well. When they're watching that final, there's no peace in the house. It's yelling, it's screaming, it's everything. And I remember I have 4 boys. So I'm going to stop off right now and tell them to be quiet because I'm recording my video. I can't have another day of this while I'm talking about my Duchess. I'm sorry. And they promised me to be quiet, okay? Sorry about that. Oh, I just have to show my dress again, but you know. Sorry about that. I just had to interrupt my son that was watching his game, and it's just like the noise is just too much, okay? But anyways, as I was saying, that dress looked absolutely beautiful on Meghan. It matched her beautiful olive skin, and her hair, of course, was just beautiful. It was flowing. It looked like it was like sort of hooked up in the back, and she had some tendrils hanging down on the side. Absolutely gorgeous. Meghan just brings it, and she really understands her body and how to wear clothes that fits her body, and I appreciate that about her, and that is one of the things that makes her very interesting. Okay, so that was the introduction, and you know, they did a lot of things while they were there. They have a packed itinerary, and they went to this school, and Harry and Meghan, of course, they're natural and they're normal. That's why they fit in so much with the general population. They sat down while the kids in the school entertained them. And Harry made a comment about Archie being, you know, turning 5. So, yes, it's nice. So they're giving us little tidbits of, you know, their personal life and what's going on with them in, you know, this tour, particularly the first day. So that was really nice to see. And of course, I can just imagine what is going on in the Sussex's home, because here you have these kids are singing, and they were standing up and jumping and turning around, and Harry and Meghan got right involved with it. They weren't spectators, they weren't just watching, they got involved, and they were doing the motions with the kids. That was really cute. It was just cuteness overload when you think about it. And then later on, we saw I think it was the on their arrival, I would say, that Harry and Meghan, they were giving a speech. They were talking to some school kids, and I believe that meeting, that engagement, was associated with Jinko. And if you go on Sussex.com, which is where you're going to find everything about the you know, the Africa visit, the Nigeria visit particular, let me just be specific, you will see that Harry and Meghan, the Archer Foundation, are very much involved with the Jinko Foundation. They had donated tons of stuff to the young girls of a school in Nigeria. So here you have it. They got to meet some of the students today, and they, you know, they had a little conversation with them and so on. It was just beautiful to see how happy these kids were to see Harry and Meghan. You know, you see them on television, but when you meet them in real life, it's just another thing. It's just next level, literally. So that was really cool. And they were talking about, of course, mental health, and I think it's very important that with everything that is happening in the world today, people take time out to examine their mental health, because this world is like a pressure cooker, literally, especially for young impressionable children that are going through so much. So it's nice to see that they're taking care of the core, which is their mental health, and to ensure that they grow up to be, healthy mentally and emotionally, young people. Okay, healthy mentally and emotionally healthy young people, so that they could, conquer the world. Exactly. So that was really nice to see. And in that visit, Meghan mentioned that, why she married Harry. So here I told you, we're getting little tidbits of what is going on. We're getting a little bit of a reveal of what is in Harry and Meghan's head. So Meghan did mention that Harry was smart, and that's the reason why she married him. And she also mentioned that he was compassionate or something like that. I'm not too sure, but there was a lot of people that had a lot to say about that comment. They zoned in on that, and I believe that to really, you know, pilot a helicopter like the Apache helicopter, you don't just get up and be any random person to be able to do that. So Harry is highly intelligent. He's highly socially intelligent. He gets along with people. People light up in his presence. And there are different types of intelligence. He might not be the most eloquent speaker, but he gets his message across, and that is good enough. But there are other things that he shines in terms of how he interacts with people socially. He shines. Nobody can compete in the royal family with Harry when it comes to that. Harry does that the best. Okay, so he might not be able, and there's one thing that I know as a teacher. I've seen countless amount of students that when it comes to doing the work and getting it right and articulating their thoughts in their head on their paper, they're doing that perfectly. But when they get in front of an audience, they have stage fright. And you would not believe these are the kids that are writing those things, able to get those answers, when they're taking exams and what have you, get all of those things correct. But when you put them in front of a stage, they freeze up, they lose their thoughts. And that's what happens when you are in front of an audience and you have stage fright and you're not comfortable with it. You tend to, you might have the best thoughts in the world, but because you're so nervous, you cannot articulate what you're thinking. And it could be probably that, but Harry does a great job doing that anyways. He conveys his message, and that is most important. He is able to communicate, and communication is one, as long as the other person who is listening is able to receive the information, that's all that matters. Okay, so he doesn't have to stand up on a stage and talk about, go on like he's the volume of an encyclopedia and what have you. That's not necessary in communication. So he's doing a great job. So all the haters out there, when Meghan made that statement, it's her husband, and that's how she sees him. And you cannot be mad about how she sees him. In private, maybe he can say the world of things. Okay, so don't be hating. Nobody is going to put you up in the world except for the people who are very close to you, that is going to uplift you. And that's how she uplifted her man, her husband. So be mad if you guys want. Nobody cares. But that was lovely. I loved it. And she said it in public. And it's maybe a diss to all the people who have a lot to say about Harry and how he and talk, a lot to say about Harry's intelligence. There, I said it. But anyway, so all of this was very beautiful to see. Also too, they they had a little change up of clothing, and they went to the I think it was the defense ministry, That's where they went, and they end up. Well, Harry went. Both of them went there, but we saw mostly Harry in action there, where he was gifted a painting of him and Diana when he was a little boy, and it was really nice. I think even Harry, I don't know if he kissed Diana on the picture, I'm not too sure, it looks that way to me. And then he was also gifted another painting of him and Meghan when they I don't if it's at the wedding or the engagement, not too sure, it was passed on so quickly. But what remains very, very vivid in my head is when they gave Harry the the tribal clothes, and he put it on over his suit, and then they gave him the hat that came with it, and he put it on. Harry's such a good sport, right? And he put it on. That was really nice to see. I'm hoping to see Meghan in something like this, some traditional clothes before the end of the 3 days. Looking forward to, absorbing everything that is going on. But that was really cute. So he got that gift. And also Meghan got some gifts as well. She got a traditional African mask, and then she got some books about Nigeria. So that was really nice. So they both ended up getting gifts. Hopefully we will see it displayed in their home one day when, they're in a Zoom call. We'll probably see the background where in the background we'll probably see those gifts, and it would be a way of saying thank you, we remember you. Okay. So that was really nice. And what else again they did? Yes, so they had a change of clothes, of course, and Meghan wore this beautiful white suit. It was sort of like almost like a bell bottom pants, like, and it was sort of narrow and wide in the legs, really stunning. And then she had this beautiful I'm not too sure of the word, but it was like something around her wrist that was made of flowers. That was really beautiful. Nice white suit, really nice. And I think that was what they wore at the Ministry of Defense. And there was another event also too that Harry went to. Which is most important, and why they're in Africa is for, the military personnel and vets, to support them and so on. And yes, so Harry went to this hospital where he greeted, several of the patients in the hospital, military men that were in the hospital. Some of them lost their limbs and what have you. And he was talking to them, and Harry is typical Diana. The same way that Diana interacted with, injured people and sick people, the same way Harry interacted with these military men that were injured in that hospital. So it was really nice to see, and I'm sure that they were happy to have somebody coming in, somebody that is notable like Harry, and who is so invested in causes like them and people like them, military personnel and vets. So I'm sure they were really happy to have that visit. And yes, so they're really doing a lot, or they have done a lot in one day, and there are 2 more days to go. So I'm definitely looking forward to all of what is happening. But what I'm going to do in the upcoming days, I'm going to, look for all the things they said about Lily and Archie, and they said a lot. I believe one time in one of the videos that I saw where Meghan said to the schoolgirls at that place that she went to, that she sees herself in all of them. And I think there was a comment, I didn't hear her say it, but I think there was a comment where she said that Lily, oh, cute little darling Lily, reflection was in her eyes, and Lily said, "I see myself in you," something like that. So there was a lot that was, a lot of references to Archie and Lily, and I'm going to pick them, try to find them and put them together and make a video on those little statements, because it's really cute. It's nice to always have things about Lily and Archie, because we do a lot of things on their birthdays and different times of the year. So it's really nice to be able to collect all those artifacts, I should say. Now, yeah, so yeah, it's just like it's a whirlwind tour, and I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. So I will be making a video on that. I will also make a video on what Meghan wore, her fashion sense, and who are the designers, and how we can probably get something similar to what she's wearing. And I'm telling you, I normally don't wear sleeveless clothes per se, but Meghan is making me feel confident, or motivating me to want to put on something that is sleeveless and show my arms if I have to. Yes, so I will be keeping track of everything that is going on with the Sussexes while they're in Africa. And I just want to thank the African people for welcoming Meghan and being so gracious to them, and they're being treated with the most fabulous way. And yes, thanks to the African people. Love you guys. Take care, guys, and please subscribe, like, and share if you haven't, and make sure to hit the like button wherever you get up into the video, because it really helps the channel. Thank you so much. Love each and every one of you guys. See you in the next video. Also too, I will be reporting more. I haven't been reporting as much as I should be. I'll tell you what happened to me. I'm still recovering. I over the spring break, when I was home for about a week and a half. I cleaned out my garage, I cleaned out my basement, I cleaned out my house, I had a yard sale. I did so much. I literally exhausted myself. I was working all the way up until I went back to work, and I wasn't feeling the stress that I had put on my body then. I wasn't feeling it until when I went to work, and I realized that I was feeling dizzy. I was feeling just terrible. I had worn out myself. I had stressed out myself, and I'm just recovering from that. I had to take today off too from work. I couldn't even work. I'm still recovering, but I promise you guys, I want to do more. I feel so motivated. I feel so, there's something that tells me I have to really take this ball and roll it and run with it. I really have to. Meghan is my inspiration, and she's doing so much, and I feel like I need to step up to the plate, but I'm getting there. I need to get my life around me together once everything is secure, because I have this kind of thing about me where I have to have everything perfect, and it could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing, and I cannot function with mess around me. And anytime my home and my surrounding is chaotic, it brings chaos in my brain, in my head. So I need to get myself together. Once I get myself together, I think I'll be much better. Okay, so just give you guys that little tidbit. Bye for real now.